Hello everyone and welcome to week 4 of the IBL. Last week we defeated the Galaxy Brain Galexapod 3-0. This week we're taking on the Carolina Tauros Heels and Shadow Gallade. And we are facing my first Pokemon I ever saw this in my life, Salamence. Why have you betrayed me? As well as an Iron Valiant team. So, not feeling not feeling Mr. Krabs this week. This is a week that's definitely got me spooked. But Shadow Gallade is going to be a very interesting opponent this week for us to face. I have a team that I think is going to do well enough. Whether we win, whether we lose, I think it's going to be a good match. But let's see if he brings that Terra Stellar Eevee this week. Alright, let's see. What is he going to be bringing? There is Shadow Gallade. Mence, Dozo, Valiant Gold. Really? Talonflame and Dragalge. That is very surprising. Okay. So he's got no rocks. That was a good call on my part. In that case, I think overall my safest lead is... He's not leading Valiant. I know he's not leading a Valiant. Yeah, Terra Ground Glaceon definitely goes pretty hard here. I guess we go lead Torn. Yeah. I guess probably going to be a Terra Ground Talonflame. That is what I'm expecting. But this is going to be something. This is going to be something. This is going to be indeed something. Interesting. Torn, I think, is just a bit of a safe lead. Diet Dr. Kelp. Okay. Oh, Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes. He's probably gonna think I might go for a taunt or something on this thing. He might think I go for like a taunt. U-turn. Alright. This could be a bit of a big risk on my part. But I'm going to go in to Excadrill. I'm going to go into Excadrill. Toxic Spikes. Okay, I have nothing for Toxic Spikes here. I did not bring... I did not bring... Okay, so he is Black Sludge. Go for Hone Claws? This could be a mistake. I should go for Rock Slide. But yeah, I've got nothing for so it'll be probably Venoshock, Adaptability, Toxic Spikes. He's not switching out. Okay, this is a little scarifying. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I did not know you got Focus Blast. He's probably going to switch. Is he going to switch into Mence here? Withdraw into Mence, please. Ooh, Bozo. He did name it Don Bozo. Respect. Okay, that's physically defensive Bozo? Is that physically defensive Don Bozo? Into... I have no means of... He probably knows I don't have Rapid Spin anymore, so that's unfortunate. I should... should not get Rapid Spin. Yeah, I mean, again, this was a fairly risky match anyway. So he's just going all stall. His whole team is just full out tech stall. Well, at least I'll know that next time if I face him in a rematch. Liquidation? Okay. Okay. Healing. So that at least keeps him from having too many layers of spikes up. That keeps him from having too many layers of T-spikes up. But I'm going to need to deal with this. So, I think... Yes, I think the poison is counteracted just barely by... I'm gonna say he's gonna go in... Ooh, Bozo Protect. Interesting. Okay. Scouting. Scouting. Okay, so yeah, we can check to see what he's got. So now he knows he can't really switch in. He knows he can't really switch in Goldengo anymore. He's got nothing that comes in against 39. So I think Toxic is doing just a little bit more. Not Toxic. The Poison is doing just a little bit more than the healing. Yeah, it's doing a little bit more than healing, right? It's not the same. Alright, let's go freeze dry. Just click freeze dry. We're drawing Bozo. Come on, send something. Son of a freaking nutcracker. He is switching in there. Please freeze it. Please freeze it. Please, he's all leftovers. He is all lefties. Well, the good thing is that... Alright, so in this case, I think at this point, Glaceon is kind of expendable here. So we're not going to go Terra, we're going to go probably Terra Fairy into the Houndstone. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense why he didn't want hazard removal. Shadow Ball. Ooh, calling my Terra. Or calling a switch. Yes! Yeah, if I Terra'd, I would have taken him down. But I would rather this than anything else. I would rather that than anything else. Torn can actually come in and get rid of Goldengo. So I do just enough more than... So either he's going to take me down here, or he's going to use Recover. Which, either way, he takes a lot of damage here. So either he recovers and I take him down a lot more, or he just takes me out here. Okay, he does take me out here. Good. I can bring in Torn. I can safely bring in Torn. But I think I lose this fight here. I think I don't really have anything for that Dondozo, and he's going full Textile Poison. He's going full Textile. And we go Heat Wave. Okay, we took out Gold. So that is 1 KO on Goldengo. Glaceon got nothing. Goldengo was down. Torn picked up a KO. But I think this ends up being just a loss. Like, we need Torn to go super hard here. Yeah, he's going for a full thing. Yeah, my only plan here is basically hope for air slash flinches is basically all I can do here. Oh my gosh, this thing is bulk. Oh my gosh, we actually got a flinch. Okay, that's at least slightly helpful. At least slightly helpful, but I mean, again, we can't really do anything here. Because again, he knows if I had taunt, I would have taunted. If I had taunt, I would have gone for that. I don't think I'd go into Houndstone. I don't think I can afford to go Houndstone. I'm going to go into Tyranitar. Just get my sand up. And then also just hit it with knockoff. But yeah, no, that takes me out entirely. I have nothing anymore for this thing. He's going to go for a double layer of Toxic Spikes here, or maybe go for some Focus Blasts. Oh, and he called a switch into either Excadrill. Okay. Yeah, that's something. That is something right there. At least I can take off its item now. At least I can take off its health item, or set up some rocks. Stealth Rock. He's probably going to either switch out, or he's going to go for another Focus Blast. He's not going to. It's going to go, what, Bozo or Talon? Non-Bozo, yeah. I want to get rid of that health. I want to get rid of that leftovers on it. He's probably going to go for either Body Press, or he's going to go for Protect. Well, if he's Protect, Liquidation. So that probably means body press is in that lineup of set. Not you. Not you. We're going to be leaning very heavily on... We're going to be leaning very heavily on the Tornadus this fight. Now we can just start trying to scout what he's got on this thing. Tornadus, the Tornadus is going to be helpful here. Oh, Avalanche. Thankfully, we don't really take a lot of damage from that thing. Okay. So Bozo doesn't seem to have much for... He doesn't seem to have much in way for Volcanion, then. Okay. What were you turning out? You probably got... Then it's either Body Press or Earthquake is his last move. So, which means he probably doesn't have anything for Volcanion, then. So, we are going to need to be very reliant on... Protect? Oh, no, he's not going to Avalanche. Okay, he has nothing. Okay. He's got nothing for Volcanion, then, it seems. So, at that point... Goldengo is down. Bozo... I don't even have Earth Power, so I can't even really hit that... that freaking... annoying Kelp thing. I'm gonna go just click Steam Eruption. He's probably gonna try and stall me out. Yeah, he is full tech stall here. He is full tech stall. Should have gone Lot. If I had Latias, this would have been a much more favorable fight. But this fight is gonna go on literally forever. Okay, let's go Steam Eruption again. Just try and get a burn on this thing. If I can burn it, that's just better. If I can just burn it. Yeah, it's got nothing. Oh, your last move's probably Rest. Rest or Slack Off. So it's got nothing for this. It has absolutely nothing. So that means it doesn't have... Okay. Okay, then you don't have anything for me then. So I guess we just gotta knock off that leftovers then and just slowly work on chipping it down. Gotta keep its HP topped off on the Tornadus. Yeah, it's just Avalanche. It's just Avalanche. His last move is probably a healing move, say, like either Slack Off or Rest, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, we slowly get chipped down by poison here. Protect. Oh, he actually takes it. Liquidation, yep. We lose Tyranitar here. But what that gives us is that gives us an in to Don Bozo. Tyranitar is down. I think does Weather Ball Ground actually like take this thing or no? Does it actually take it now? I don't think it does. Yeah, Weather Ball doesn't take it. It's like 20%. But if I get Torn in, I think Torn... Yeah, Grass not... unless he is absolutely everything in Special Defense and HP. I think this should knock it out. Oh my gosh, he's not. And there's Aval. Oh, he's Rest. Okay. So he was Rest then, so not Slack Off. Okay. Well, I mean, that takes Well, the good thing is, that lets me work on Dana, so he is rest protect, so I can just keep using Grass Knot here. I can just keep clicking Grass Knot. Okay, switching out into what? Talon? Dr. Kelp, of course, it's this thing. I hate this thing. Yeah, I think we lose this here. Because again, I have literally nothing for this. It's... Oh, no, it didn't. It hasn't lost its leftovers yet. No, Black Sludge, not leftovers. You turn out. You turning out. We get Houndstone in now. Yes, we get in Houndstone. Excadrill is unfortunately basically off the table here at this point because this thing's got Focus Miss. Come on, use Focus Blast on me and do absolutely jack squat nothing. Sludge Wave, of course. The one time I would have been able to go into Exca. The one time I would have been able to go into Drill. Yeah, we lose this. This is why I hate Stall. This is why I absolutely despise Stall. Because it's just sit there. I swear if you freaking go into Dondozo. You! Well, I mean, I have Stomping Tantrum. I have Stomping Tantrum. That does barely anything. Because this thing is minimally defensive invested then. Oh my gosh, I hate Stall. He probably thinks, well, he wouldn't bring in Excadrill because he's already worried about the Focus Blast. Bozo's fast asleep. Bozo's probably going to go for another rest. Or he's going to go for an attack here. But yeah, I think this is where he wakes up because he's been asleep. No, it's still asleep because remember, it switched out and then it came in and then Poltergeist failed. Oh, no, it does wake up? Okay. Avalanche, okay. Yeah, and Avalanche takes down Stone. That's 2 under Bozo's belt. We bring in Torn. And then he's going to switch out. He's not... Okay, he's not switching out. Into Volcanion. There's like Volcanion's like... If he goes for Liquidation, that's fine. If he goes for Avalanche, that's fine. Avalanche. Yep. Yeah, he has no reason to go for Liquidation anymore. No, he's going to go for Protect. He's going to go for a Protect. So at this point, it's all about minimizing my differential at this point. It is all about differential minimizing. Air Slash. I think they should just take... Yeah, Air Slash just takes it out. Alright. Torn got one. Bozo is down. Die, Dr. Kelp. Yep. At this point, there is literally nothing I can do against this thing. Okay, Protect. Yeah, he is all stall. So Focus Blast, Spike. So Focus Blast spikes. Sludge Wave, Focus Blast. So Sludge Wave, Focus Blast. Talk spikes. Okay. And then there's Black Sludge now. You turn. He probably thinks I'm going into Excadrill. Instead, I will be going into Volcanion. Yep. At this point, really, all I can do is just safely pivot in Exca. I should have had Rapid Spin. I completely forgot about Toxic Spikes. I completely forgot about Toxic Spike's existence. Mostly because I hate that move, because I hate Stall. He's probably going into Mence. Because he knows that if I click a move, you know, if I click, you know, Earthquake, well, he can just go into Mence, or he can go into Talonflame, and then it's like, boom, it's good. Or he just lets it go down. Okay, he doesn't go down. Alright, go into Mence. We're clear, Amulet, buddy. Your Intimidate does nothing to us. Oh, you're Moxie, then. You are Moxie. So I'm Moxie Dragon Dance? Moxie Dragon Dance, probably. So I think Intimidate would have popped up, and then it would have done, you know, clear Amulet blocks it, so it's a Moxie, then. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, that does nothing. Oh my gosh, that Rock Slide. Air Slash, you had one job. You had one job, Air Slash. And now he knows that, well, it's a call of Earthquake or it's a call of that. I have no reason to not just click this because we lose here anyway. Oh! Nope, Earthquake takes out. And Mence gets 2, and well, Mence picks up 1 or 2 KOs here, and he's Moxie. Yep, he is Moxie. Excadrill goes down. That airs. I mean, again, the match was lost anyway. The match was lost anyway. But again, it was all just about differential minimizing. Mence goes down, Torn picks up a 3rd, and Torn is going to go down against whatever comes in next. Probably going to be, like, there's no way he brings in, unless he brings in Valiant here just for final KO. Yeah, no, he's going for that thing. Alright, the only thing we can do now here is he's going to freaking spam Protect. We gotta just hope for flinches. We just gotta hope for flinch. He's probably gonna be hoping for some poisons on that Sludge Wave. There's a little... Yep. There's literally nothing we can do here. The Talonflame does nothing. Valiant does nothing. And we go down here. Alright. Yep, and then he goes for another poison. Okay, no poison. He goes for another Protect. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so we pick up a 4th KO. Alright. So yeah, no, just Talon and Valiant. Yeah, Tornado's picked up every single KO this week. He's not Booster. Is he Scarf? Vacuum. Ah, not enough. Valiant picks up the KO. Ah, Orb. Well, good game. Now for the team builder against Shadow Galade and the Carolina Tauros Heels. Finally got the name right. Yes, we are bringing Glaceon this week. Terra Blast with Terra Ground, Freeze Dry, Alluring Voice, and Shadow Ball. This basically ensures nothing short of like Assault Vest Dondozo or Cryogonal wants to switch into this thing. So it broad spectrum threatens his team. If he's running no special defense on his Iron Valiant, Alluring Voice straight one-shots. The decision between either Terra Water or Terra Ground really was a difficult one this week. Ultimately, I opted to go with Terra Ground for two reasons. One, if Sand is up, I don't take any residual damage. And with leftovers, that's pretty good for me. Second, it gives me a better switch into the Jolteon, because I expect Jolteon to come. It is basically his only answer into Volcanion, and I'm expecting basically every week my opponent needs to bring an electric type, if they have one, just as a means of handling Volcanion, because it's just such a tough thing to crack otherwise. But with Alluring Voice, again, one-shots the Iron Valiant, so again, really nothing but the Cryogonal can switch into this thing, which means Cryogonal's probably going to be within his team of 6. If it's not there, then if it's not, really nothing wants to eat this thing's hits. So it's kind of a win-win for me. We have two of our Terra Captains on here. The Houndstone is there as an auxiliary. In the event we don't actually need Terra Ground Glaceon, Terra Blast from Glaceon actually almost one-shots Goldengo, even if Goldengo is running max HP. It doesn't one-shot it. It does like 97% to like 82%. It's a pretty solid hit. And it basically wipes it off the face of the earth. So if he's running Recovered, he actually can't really heal from that. So again, it ensures very few things can switch into Glaceon. Freeze Dry is there for obvious reasons. He's got Dondozo on his team. It more or less will two-shot Dondozo. There's a chance it doesn't, especially if it's lefties. But the Freeze Dry is there to take out the Dozo. It also is there to take out the Torterra if he's bringing that, because it is his only Stealth Rocks user, or if he's running Shell Smash, it heavily pressures that Salamence. Terra Water also can bluff a Talonflame threat, because again, it ensures little on his team wants to switch into this thing. Now, Talonflame will be a bit hesitant again unless he knows it's going to be Terra Ground, which, again, we have Terra Water, which defensively does very well against the Goldengo. If he goes for, say, a Flash Cannon, well, we shrug off a Flash Cannon for a Water type, meaning you need to go for moves, say, such as Thunderbolt. And with our Sand Core, Thunderbolt maybe isn't the best option. Tyranitar is a fairly standard one, as our usual Tyranitar are. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Knockoff. Had a bit of a hard time deciding on what my fourth move was going to be in place of the Stealth Rock. I wanted to really go Dragon Dance this week, but with Donbozo on his team, yeah, I can't really do that. But it is there to slap things with Knockoff. It is there to chunk hits. Oh, I actually forgot to switch one move on the Tyranitar. I'm actually so glad I did this. I love how every time I do this, I actually discover something that I forgot to change last minute. Every week I make that oversight. But Tyranitar, Heavy Slam. I did not want Earthquake on this thing. I instead wanted the Heavy Slam with Choppleberry. There's a reason for this. Heavy Slam Tyranitar one-shots Iron Valiant. Yeah. And with Choppleberry, I can shrug off a close combat if I'm at full HP. If he is 252 attack, non-adamant, because I'm expecting he's going to go for either Jolly or Timid this week, I can chunk that close combat, and then, boom, fire off a Heavy Slam, and absolutely crush that thing. Rock Slide, typical stab, Knock Off, typical stab, and Heavy Slam is just there for the damage. Stealth Rock may or may not go off this week. He does have a Hatterene on his team, which is very anti-hazards, so maybe. But, again, we'll figure it out. We'll see if we have that. Excadrill is, again, largely unchanged from our standard Excadrill. This one is actually a lot more speed invested than usual. This needs to outrun that Iron Valiant under the Sand Rush. So I believe this is meant to outrun Booster Speed Valiant in Sand. So we can outrun that. With Hone Claws, I make it so I can always land my Rock Slides. I also get a +1 to my attack and a +1 for my Earthquakes. So it does hit pretty hard. That doesn't really help me against Unaware Donbozo, but overall it does help move the needle in terms of damage. I was going to go with Rock Tomb, but Rock Slide at +1 basically just takes out Salamence. If Salamence has been chip damaged by, say, Stealth Rocks, it's just gone. And that's why we're Clear Amulet this week on Excadrill. I learned from my match against Kason, Clear Amulet is a yes. So Drill is here to do that, because I'm expecting Mence to come as just a way of intimidating me, because I do have Excadrill, I do have Tyranitar, I do have potentially the Rillaboom if that does come, because he's got Donbozo, and a Wood Hammer from Rillaboom will more or less game end a Donbozo. So possibility of seeing that I think is very likely. but the Clear Aim is there to counter that. Tornadus is a fairly standard one. It is max HP, high speed investment to outspeed a non-booster energy Iron Valiant. The main reason we are meant to outspeed a non-booster energy Iron Valiant is the only way to outspeed a booster Valiant is if we are Scarfed. I decided to go with Assault Vest this week over Heavy Duty Boots, purely for the reason of he only has one Stealth Rocker, and that is his Torterra. Now, this is a bit ballsy, as I don't have I don't have Rapids, but I have no means of hazard clearing. So if the Stealth Rocker does come with that Torterra, a little bit of a problem for me. But if it doesn't come, I think it's a calculated risk. It's a high risk, high reward, play. So if it comes, well, we deal with it. If it doesn't, well, we just deal with it. Heat Wave is there to hit the Goldengo. U-Turn is there for typical pivoting. Grass Knot is there to hit Don Bozo the hardest. And Air Slash will more or less take out Iron Valiant. There's a chance it lives. It's basically like a 50-50. Maybe a little bit more than 50-50 chance it actually takes it out. I could have gone Bleak Windstorm to actually ensure I take it down, but I opted not to go for Bleak Wind for one reason. That is an 80% chance to hit, 20% chance to miss. And with something like Iron Valiant, I don't really want to take my chances. I think it's overall better to gamble on if Valiant has any form of chip damage, be it from sand, be it from stealth rocks, be it from switching into something and eating a hit. I want that 5% chance to be the chance I don't take it out, as opposed to a 20% chance of taking it out and overkilling it, because I don't really need that full damage there. So, calculated risk, it could backfire on me, I don't know. But we figured out what we figured out. It also helps against the Cryogonal and a few other things with the Assault Vest here, because again, no heavy duty boots. Houndstone, fundamentally very similar to our Excadrill. Howl is its only attack boosting option. I'm really sad it does not get Hone Claws. If it got Hone Claws, I'd be running this thing every week with Play Rough and Poltergeist, because one to Hone Claws, those moves are not missing. The Terra Fairy is there as an auxiliary Terra in the event we don't actually need to Terra the Glaceon, or we don't get to Terra the Glaceon, that should be. Because a +1 Play Rough more or less one-shot Salamence. A Terra Fairy 0 Play Rough does the same damage as a +1 non-Terra, because they're both 50% boost, which will take out Salamence. The Howl is there with the Clear Amulet to, again, prevent the Intimidate. Poltergeist is there to just generally slap things, and Stomping Tantrum is there in the event we miss to nail Goldengo. It is, again, it's a bit of a calculated risk, and the team is a little bit scuffed. I will say this is not my most confident team, but I think overall it is a solid one. The Volcanion is largely unchanged from our previous sets. Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb is there to nail that Iron Valiant. I believe it actually one-shots Valiant with Sludge Bomb. We are packing Weather Ball this week, as that is the only means I really have of hitting Salamence. This Volcanion does not get any Ice-type moves, it only gets a few Rock moves, and those are physical moves. So I have no real means of hitting the Salamence other than going Weather Ball Rock, and it doesn't reliably take it out. So there is that. I was debating going Shuka with Clear Smog, or not Clear Smog, with Haze, as a means of getting rid of any Dragon Dance boosts. Because again, I do expect that Salamence to come, but overall, I thought it was better to go with AV because the Jolteon I expect is going to be coming this week. The Iron Valiant could be a special Valiant, because I think he might go for a move like Vacuum Wave. It helps against a Thunderbolt Power Gem from Goldengo. So overall, I thought it was a bit better to go with AV this week than the Shuka Berry for the potential Dragon Dance Salamence. I think that those options overall being special are much more likely to come than a possible D-Dance Mence, because he may not... I don't think he will bring a D-Dance Mence for a couple of reasons. One is the Glaceon was basically just invalid that entire thing, completely wholesale, and with my speed boosting from Sand, I do have a number of means of taking down that Salamence. Again, I could have gone, say, Terra Blast Fairy for the Houndstone, which would outspeed the Salamence and just take it down entirely. Tornadus also could have gone for a move, say, like Icy Wind. Glaceon, again, is a big issue for him. Or even say something like Hitmonlee. You know, I think it's possible we see a D-Dance Mence, but I think it's a bit less likely. But again, if we fight it, I really don't have much of a way into it. Again, same thing sort of applies for a Shell Smash Torterra. One of the options, some of the other people that I helped with floated me was a Mirror Herb, but I opted maybe not Mirror Herb because that is so niche and situational. And again, he's got Unaware Donbozo. But yeah, I'm worried about this match. I'm less worried about this match compared to my Week 3 match, but that is because Iron Valiant is Iron Valiant is like a level 10 threat, like level 10 plus, whereas the rest of his team, I think, is comparatively easier to handle. There's the Goldango, but I've got a lot of ways of handling Goldango. Knockoff takes that thing out. Extra Sand Rush, Earthquake takes that thing out. Houndstone more or less takes that thing out. Tornadus kind of shrugs that thing off. Volcanion basically destroys that thing entirely, unless he's running like a lot of bulk on that thing specially, which means he doesn't have the attack power. You know, if he goes for Shell Smash Torterra, that's a bit of an issue. But overall, I think it's much more manageable, where his terror power is focused on that Iron Valiant and possibly the Mence and to a degree the Donbozo. But I think we can take out the Donbozo relatively easily because of the Freeze-Dry Glaceon. Whereas, you know, if I just punch out that Iron Valiant, or like Valiant just is not on the field, it's more manageable. Whereas against Razor, he had a lot of strong threats that were not quite to the same level as the Valiant, where they were like out on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe something like a 7 to a 9 depending on the Pokemon, but there was like 5 or 6 of them that I think all of them did really, really well, not as well as Valiant, but even if I punched one out, there were still more that could threaten in broadly different ways that I needed to keep addressing. Really, this came down to, how do I take out the Valiant? If I can zone that Valiant out, it is a much more manageable fight for me. But again, still a match I'm worried about. But I'll see you guys next time, where we take on DJS and the Tentacruel Pirates.